Rain collection. Rain is the cleanest water you'll find out there. No filter needed, no boiling, straight from the sky into your mouth. But here's the catch. Most people waste half of it because they don't know how to catch it properly. You see a storm coming, your brain goes, nice, I'll put my bottle out. And then you collect like 3 drops. Here's how you actually do it. Spread everything you have. Tarp, jacket, poncho, even a garbage bag. The bigger the surface, the more water you grab. And angle it down toward a container. Water follows gravity. Use it. If you got nothing else, tie the corners of a shirt to some sticks and let the rain soak through into a pot underneath. It's not pretty, but it works. And here's the part nobody tells you. Don't drink the first few minutes of rain off a tarp in dusty areas. It's washing off dirt and bird droppings. Wait a minute. Let the surface clean itself, then collect. Smart, right? Now imagine you're desperate, middle of nowhere, no gear at all. Look around. Dig a hole in the ground, line it with large green leaves, and let the rain fill it up. Nature's bowl. Use a rolled leaf as a straw if the water is shallow. You just built a mini reservoir. Not glamorous, but survival isn't. Hey, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like as well. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? What city and country? Snow and ice melting. Snow looks like free water. It's everywhere. You think you're saved. But if you just grab a handful and eat it, you just made your first mistake. Eating snow raw drops your core temperature dangerously fast. Now your body is burning precious energy just to warm the melted water inside you. In a cold environment, that's a losing game. You don't eat snow, you melt it. Find a container, even a plastic bag works. Pack it with snow, seal it, and tuck it inside your jacket. Your body heat melts it slowly. Not fast, but energy efficient. And here's the mind bender. White snow gives you about 10% water by volume. That fluffy stuff is mostly air. You need huge amounts to get anything drinkable. So always melt more than you think. Now, ice is the real cheat code. Clear blue ice from old frozen lakes. That's almost pure water, 10 times denser than snow. You'll get way more water from a chunk of old ice than from the same size pile of fresh snow. Look for it near streams or deep in the forest where the sun doesn't hit. Glacier ice even crackles when it melts. Tiny air bubbles from thousands of years ago escaping. You're basically drinking ancient history. And unlike snow, ice won't drop your body temperature as fast if you suck on a small piece in an emergency. Still melt it if you can. But ice is the survival upgrade nobody talks about. Dew collection. Dew is the silent water source. No rain, no rivers, just morning magic on the grass. Most people walk right past it with dry mouths. That is a mistake. Dew can save your life. Before sunrise, tie a clean cloth around your ankles and walk through tall grass. The fabric soaks up moisture, wring it into a container every few minutes. You will be shocked how much water comes out. Sailors used this trick on islands with no fresh water. They dragged cloth across vegetation at dawn and squeezed out enough to survive. No cloth? Find large green leaves. Broad ones like banana or elephant ear plants. Dew pools in the center naturally. Just tilt and pour. Some hikers string up a tarp overnight at an angle. Dew settles before dawn, drips down, fills a bottle by morning. Passive collection while you sleep. Here is the twist. Dew is often cleaner than rainwater. Rain picks up dust and particles falling through the atmosphere. Dew forms directly from condensation on surfaces. Less contamination. So that wet grass at sunrise is not just pretty. It is a water fountain hiding in plain sight. Rivers and streams. Rivers look like the jackpot. Flowing water, crystal clear, splashing over rocks. You think you won. And you did. Sort of. Because even the cleanest stream can destroy your guts. One sip of bad water and now you are dehydrated and sick. Deadly combo. Giardia, bacteria, parasites. Invisible. That pristine mountain stream. A dead animal could be rotting upstream. You will never know until too late. Rule number 1. All river water is guilty until proven innocent. Boil it. 1 minute at sea level, 3 minutes at high altitude. Rolling boil, no shortcuts. Got a filter? Use it. Anything is better than gambling with your intestines. Zero gear? Look for fast-moving water from high elevation. Not completely safe, but safer than stagnant pools. Still boil if possible. Best water in a stream is from the middle of the flow. Not the edges where debris collects. Not the bottom where sediment lives. Right in the center where current is strongest. Murky water, let it sit in a container for hours. Sediment sinks. Pour off the clear top layer and boil that. You just made a settling basin. Primitive but effective. And one more thing. Animals drinking from a stream does not mean it is safe for you. Their guts handle things yours cannot. Do not copy the deer. He has been doing this his whole life. You have not. Spring water. Spring water is the holy grail of wilderness hydration. It comes straight out of the ground already filtered by layers of rock and sand. Nature did the work for you. You just show up and drink, but finding one is the tricky part. Look for unexpected green patches in dry areas. Lush vegetation where everything else is brown. That is a billboard screaming water underground. Walk toward it. You might find water seeping from a hillside or pooling in a rocky depression. Springs often hide at the base of hills where the water table meets the surface. Follow animal trails downhill. Deer, wild boar, even birds know where the good water is. Multiple trails converging on one spot means you found the local watering hole. Just do not expect privacy. You are sharing that source with every creature in the forest. Spring water tastes better than anything bottled. Minerals from deep underground give it a crisp flavor. Some springs are naturally carbonated, tiny bubbles fizzing up through the sand. You literally found nature's soda fountain. But here is the caution. Not all springs are safe. If the water is warm or has a strange color or smell, skip it. Thermal springs can contain sulfur and nasty bacteria. Clear, cold, odorless. That is what you want. When in doubt, boil anyway. A good cold spring on a hot day is the wilderness handing you a glass of water and saying you are welcome. Plant sources. Plants are like walking water bottles. You just need to know which ones to open. Some store gallons. The trick is identifying the right ones before you end up poisoning yourself. Green bamboo is the easiest. Look for healthy green stalks, sometimes with a slight yellowish tint. Some can store water inside their segments. Tap them. A hollow sound confirms it. Cut a small hole near the base and tilt. Clear water pours out. Clean, slightly sweet, and naturally filtered by the plant itself. No boiling needed. Nature's bottled water. Cacti are desert survival icons, but most people mess this up. Prickly pear is the one you want. Flat, paddle-shaped pads covered in tiny spines called glochids. Scrape them off with a knife first or your hands will hate you. Peel the skin, eat the moist pulp inside. Tastes like cucumber and watermelon combined. Hydrating and refreshing. Never drink from random cacti. Some contain toxic alkaloids that make you vomit. In a desert, vomiting can be fatal. Banana trees are a cheat code. Cut the trunk about a foot above ground. Scoop out a bowl shape in the stump. Water from the roots fills it within hours. By morning, you have a natural cup. Best part? Some sources replenish. A banana stump refills multiple times. Plants are not just food. They are renewable water stations. The forest is a supermarket, but only for those who know how to read the labels. Most people just walk right past the aisle. Digging in moist soil. Water hides underground where you least expect it. Dry riverbeds, shaded valleys, desert flats. The surface looks dead, but dig a few feet and the soil gets darker. Dark means moisture. Moisture means hope. Find the lowest point in a dry stream bed. Start digging. You want damp sand, not a gushing well. Once water seeps in, stop. Line the hole with rocks so the walls do not collapse. Wait. Murky water will slowly fill the bottom. Looks awful but drinkable after filtering. Here is the smart move. Scoop that muddy water into a container and let it sit. Sediment sinks to the bottom. Pour off the clearer top layer, filter it through a piece of cloth, then boil it. Simple, effective, and way safer than drinking dirt. Patience turns nasty water into something you can actually trust. The real trick is knowing where to dig. Shade is your friend. Cool areas hold moisture longer. North-facing slopes in the northern hemisphere, south-facing below the equator. Dig near green vegetation. Cottonwood trees or willows mean water is close. Those trees are water addicts with roots tapping deep. Underground water is everywhere. Most people just refuse to shovel. They want a faucet. Nature offers opportunity. Science of animals and insects. Animals know where water is. They have been finding it for millions of years. Your job is reading their behavior like a detective. Grain-eating birds like finches drink at dawn and dusk. A group flying low and straight in the evening is heading to water. Follow them. Ignore hawks. They get moisture from their kills. Watch the little birds. Bees are the best snitches. They fly directly toward water and straight back to the hive. Their flight path is a compass. Follow the opposite direction of where most are coming from. They lead you to moisture within a few miles. Ants nesting nearby means water underground. They need humidity. Termite mounds in dry areas may signal groundwater not far below the surface. Tiny engineers pointing down saying dig here. Flies cluster around moist soil with no visible water. Their senses detect humidity yours cannot. Gross but useful. Mosquitoes are a strong clue that water is nearby. Mammal tracks converging from different directions point to a reliable source. Animals do not take detours. Every step costs energy. If they all walk the same path, it leads to something valuable. Follow them, but stay sharp. Predators know this too. A watering hole is also a hunting ground. You are not the only one watching those tracks. If you made it this far, subscribe for more content like this and share a survival tip you already knew in the comments. Let's see who was paying attention. See you in the next video.